Dude, I don't know how it's still getting worse. Every single day, it just blows my mind. It melts my face. They somehow got more pathetic. Damn. It happens, man. It's done. It's over. Maybe eventually it'll be finally done and finally over. But I don't know. I don't mind it. It's absolute cinema. Diabolical content.
Welcome back to a series so mythical. Even Pegasus subscribed in today's video. Hasan
I used to watch that show. I used to have Beyblades.
forgot to take his meds and is having his daily Asmongold crash out over a simple joke.
And I don't even think Asmongold's really been talking about him. He's like been trying to stay away from him because it's just sad. It's just sad to keep watching Hasan crash out like this.
So mad that people are calling for him to be banned, saying that he would never do that. Global rank #1 loser iDubbbz is back and humiliating himself in several clips, calling everybody incels. He's virtue signaling again and disavowing his old content. Tectone has responded.
He's disavowing his old content because that Sam Hyde video was such a massive failure. It destroyed everything.
Jellywig's girlfriend Cutie is confused why people actually hate Hasan, and she questions him on
I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because she's retarded, and instead of asking the entire world, she asks Hasan, why doesn't anybody like him? That makes a lot of sense.
Podcast. Hasan responds and lies about literally everything.
Of course.
Boldest streamer Tectone
and then QT Cinderella is just gonna believe it because she's fucking retarded.
Been banned on Twitch once again. Hasan is cooking up conspiracy theories, accusing him of doing it on purpose. Subscribe, or you gotta host a podcast.
I hope he did it on purpose. I don't think so, but I really hope that he did.
Thomas Diddley Piker. Audience quiz. What goes well with peanut butter? That's right, Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Jelly! Basically, some quick context. Asmongold was reacting to a Charlie video, and he purposely makes a joke about himself, a very obvious joke, as if Asmon actually hates Charlie. And Hasan naturally ignores this obvious joke, ignores the context, completely takes it seriously, and goes on a rant about it. So it all starts with this clip. Asmongold gets got.
A huge drop in viewer numbers.
Oh, Charlie, you're such a pussy. Just say...
Bro, he can't see that this is a joke. He can't see that this is a meme. Bro, Hasan is actually fucking brain dead. Or maybe he knows, but he knows that his audience is brain dead, so he's feeding it to him.
The names. Just say who it is. Just say it. Just say the number went down. That doesn't mean that they did it. Just
Asmongold.
Say the number. Like, why is he? Just do it. Is this the reason why people like him and hate me? It's because I'm the one that's the asshole?
Over the last couple days out of nowhere. Namely, OTK seems
what
to
the
be
f? Why would he say me? I hate this guy.
Another channel people have been paying very close attention to is Asmongold's. He's one of the biggest...
I love how he was accurate in not categorizing me with OTK. Good one.
Asmongold's. He's one of the biggest streamers in the world. And he went live. Very close attention to is Asmongold's. He's one of the biggest streamers in the world.
Oh, man. I know.
Right, so pretty obvious to anyone with a functioning brain cell that he's joking there. He's obviously farming for a funny clip. He doesn't actually hate Charlie.
He's the most humble streamer.
He's not actually confused why people like Charlie more than him. Some reasons, obviously, Asmon is heavily divisive. He's covering politics. He covers a lot of controversial topics, whereas Charlie is more neutral on topics, and he probably won't speak up about things that are divisive, right? So everybody got that this was a joke, except Hasan, the enlightened one. He doesn't even watch the full clip and immediately jumps on Asmongold explaining, like, hey, this is why people like Charlie more than you. Like, he's literally having a wet dream about him.
Is this the reason why people like him and hate me? It's because I'm the one that's the asshole?
Well, I mean, he showers. I feel like that's probably part of it. I suspect that could be a part of it. He also doesn't fucking whine all the time. The realm of knowledge or interest. Like, I don't think Charlie's ever fucking come out and been like, honestly, guys, I think women have a genetic disadvantage. They lose their biological clock is ticking, and at the age of 35, if you still don't have inside of your pussy, then you might as well just off yourself.
No, that 1000% sounds like something Charlie would say as a joke. What the fuck are you talking about? That sounds exactly like something Charlie would say as a joke. And that sounds like something Asmongold would say as a joke. And it sounds like something that you just wouldn't get and think that they're serious because it hurts your feelings. There are trigger words, even though you don't know what the words mean in the sentence.
You have a shelf life as a woman.
Okay, dude, honestly, I gotta ask you, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like,
He doesn't fucking know. He's just feeding his audience bullshit.
Asmongold has literally never said that or even hinted to anything like that. Also, this clip has nothing.
Unless it was a joke. Because everybody who actually watches all of these people already know the vibes. If Asmongold was to say something like that, it would 1000% be as a joke, and it would be framed as a joke.
Nothing to do with women. The video they are both reacting to is Charlie's video about Twitch and their view bots and how Twitch is cracking down on the view botting problem. So if you're wondering how did
By
Hasan
the way, I think the view botting problem is only going to get worse.
randomly bring up this shit about women, nobody fucking knows. Literally nobody knows. This guy is genuinely insane. He's literally projecting his own warped views on other people, and I'd imagine this is exactly how Hasan actually thinks, right? Considering his bro tips past, you know, the guy who wants nudes from his fans and is complaining about getting guys sending him dicks or some shit. Yeah, this guy's the guy talking about misogyny. Also, can I just say how rich is it to hear Hasan being like, oh, this Asmongold guy, he whines all the time. If he didn't...
It's pretty rich. It's about as rich as Hasan. You know, the socialist who's not actually a capitalist. He's a capitalist.
Whine all the time, then people would like him. Coming from Hasan, dude, what the fuck? This guy cries about people 24/7, particularly Asmongold. He's crying about
He's a cry bully.
Asmongold
Cry bully
right
bitch.
now. Asmon didn't even bring it up every single time. He just brings it up, and Asmon has to respond to this guy, bro. You're playing victim like every day of the week.
Or I've never actually heard Charlie say, actually, the AFD is not a neo-Nazi party.
Dude, he keeps going. He keeps going.
But even if it was, that's kind of good. And we should make sure that migrants coming out of lower, inferior cultures don't actually tarnish the blood pool of the Fourth Reich, the purity of
Bro, he's just saying bullshit. What the fuck?
the genetic blood pool must be maintained. You know, stuff like that doesn't happen. I don't think he says like, I'm 99% sure the
Well, yeah, Asmongold doesn't say anything like that either. That's fucking weird. That would even be in your brain.
Holocaust happened.
Wait, what the fuck? He got the Jellywig laugh. Oh dear God, no. Ludwig. Oh my.
Yeah, it's a cackle. It's like Kamala Harris.
God, you gotta stop playing basketball with this guy. It seems like they're spending too much time together because Hasan is picking up his laugh now. This cannot be a good thing for your PR, Jellywig. Also, Hasan acting like Asmon is the anti-Semite will never not be funny. How many times? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? How many times do I need to play the same clips?
With a country that is packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population.
So people pointed out, for people saying he's offended, he does it on purpose to farm reactions, and you're playing right into his hands. Here's what happened here after. I mean, if anybody can tell that he's joking there, like if you've watched even a bit of his content, you know that he's not being serious here. He would act.
None of the people who follow Hasan actually watch Asmongold's content. They only watch clips from people like Hasan. They only watch clips from people like Denims, who clip everything out of context, and then they complain about how they always get clipped out of context, even though they're not.
Completely differently if he was being serious.
He also doesn't fucking whine all the time.
That's a fucking good one. That's a good one.
Of all the people.
Right.
Yeah, you pay this guy to
Projection.
talk shit about you for content, don't you? No, I don't. He does it for free. He does this shit for free.
He also doesn't fucking whine all the time. Don't tell me what Asmon is saying. What the fuck does he know?
Somebody said Moist doesn't want Hasan endorsing him. That is not good PR. That is not something you want on your resume. I would instantly be like, nope. The thing about Charlie is that a lot of his content is, just general commentary where he's exposing a lot of dumb people, a lot of hypocrites, bad apologies, shit like that.
I just can't wait for that Charlie Hasan video to come out.
And he's basically exposing people who really lack self-awareness and shit like that. And I feel like Hasan is this perfect person who fits into all of his things, but the only reason he can't criticize him because he has such a massive audience and people would take it as some sort of a political stance when it's really not, Even when I criticize Hasan, I'm not taking a political stance. I'm criticizing an idiot, okay? If this idiot was on the other side of the politics, retard. I would still be criticizing this idiot, right? And I totally understand why Charlie doesn't want to step into this, and that's why you have people like me who are,
Yeah, because he's gonna step in shit, and it's gonna stink.
Much smaller, and we don't really lose anything. We're not going to lose like sponsors or like friend connections or anything like that. I'll take the...
Yeah, that's some pussy shit. I think Charlie is a huge pussy for not calling people out like this. He wants to call out stupid people and bad people on the internet. Why doesn't he call out people like Hasan? Yeah, because he'll lose sponsors, he'll lose fans, and he doesn't want that. He's going to lose money, and he's a huge pussy. Which I already knew that. Already knew he was a huge pussy. He stays locked up in his house all the time. Because he's afraid of COVID.
I'll take the heat here, okay? Don't worry. I'll speak for the people here. So if Hasan couldn't get bad enough, this next part, he tries to pretend that he used to be broke. Just reminding you guys, this guy has a multi-millionaire dad, potentially billionaire, and multi-millionaire uncle, right? Hasan claims he used to cut his own hair because he was so broke. Dude, I was so broke too.
What's wrong with the man bun? Dude, I was so broke too. So I would literally shave my sides myself. Just so you guys understand the fucking struggle. I shaved the sides myself.
Oh, the struggle. You had to cut your own hair. Holy shit. I feel for you, man. I feel for you.
And it was always fucked up.
It must have been so horrible.
Yeah, I looked like a Malibu yoga instructor. Devastating. Oh, God. I was hitting the fucking... I was serving a little bit, though. Like, the fit is shit, but... He
looks like a Satanist.
Serving.
Yeah, so broke that I had to cut my own hair. I mean, really, if that is your definition of being broke or having a struggle, that's just how you know this guy has never struggled a day in his life.
I used to be so broke that I couldn't afford $500 haircuts.
And I don't know if this makes me broke. I have cut my own hair, not because I couldn't afford a haircut, just because I don't know. I just wanted to try it out. Hasan thinking like, oh, this is the definition of struggle, bro. That's nothing. Hasan when he can't buy a Ferrari. I can't believe I'm so broke, guys. I can't believe it. This is so sad. Like you're just cosplaying a poor person here. Like, oh yeah, I understand the struggle, guys. Meanwhile, this fucking guy in his $3 million mansion, bro. Like, donate me money for my new Porsche, guys. Hasan was so broke as a child, it's actually unreal, and it's like horse riding lessons, which is definitely a affluent hobby, I'd say. He's never...
Well, the horse, it wasn't an Australian longback. That's not a real horse. Like, it's that kind of shit. It's like, well, I didn't have the best horse.
Never actually worked a day in his life. This guy actually is privileged. He's denying ironic. Dude, he even got gifted his career. The hardest part about making it as a creator is the initial stage. Because going from 0 to 1 viewer is actually so hard. Well, now it's like, got shorts and TikTok. I'd say, going to a consistent, long form viewership is hard. So like for me as well, it took me like, 8 months to a year to even crack like 100 views consistently or something like that. So yeah, it takes a long ass time, and Hasan just skipped that phase. He was given that audience with his uncle from the Young Turks, and then he got a boost from Destiny as well. Right, so then he cries about Asmongold calling for his ban, which he is rightfully doing because he violated TOS. This isn't something special. Hasan expresses frustration with Asmongold trying to get him banned every day. Says he never requests the same actions towards him. Really? Really? He's never asked for anyone he doesn't like to get banned? If it were the woke era, Asmongold would have gotten the ban hammer.
Having said that, however, there are plenty of things that like in the woke era of the internet, like in the 2020 era, if Asmongold was saying the shit that he's saying now back then, he would have gotten the fucking ban hammer a long ass time ago. And there's never been a
Yeah, if he was at the level, because he definitely was saying some crazy shit back then too, but he just wasn't at the level that he's at now. He wasn't as important. He was mostly just playing like World of Warcraft.
moment where I turn around and say, Asmongold is saying this or that. He thinks immigrants are inferior or whatever,
Which isn't
and
true.
need to be purged from superior Western culture. He deserves a ban for that. That's like Nazi sentiment. There's never been a moment where I've said that. But every day, seemingly, he fucking demands that I get banned for some other fucking bullshit that he wouldn't bat an eye if it was one of his friends doing it.
So let me get this straight. Hassan wants you to believe that promoting
I don't think that any of his friends are going to be terrorist supporters.
terrorism is not a
Right.
justified ban. Wow. It's literally against terms of service,
fuck.
you absolute fucking moron. And also the orbiters you defend, right? Froggen saying that veterans should get PTSD and die, literally explicitly against TOS. In fact, in the quiz that they make you take to, show that you understand the TOS, that is one of the questions. Like, don't make fun of like a protected group or whatever. Now, to mention your other orbiters, like, Denims, putting bounties on people, definitely deserve a ban. And somehow even more of your orbiters, Mike from PA saying the thing about Jews, like they all deserve permabans, but they just get like 1 week or 1 day like you. I'm starting to believe in dead internet theory where the entire internet is just bots. Maybe
It's bots and terrorists.
creators are bots now, guys. Hassan might legitimately be a program bot because I cannot
Or maybe his followers are programmed bots.
believe this guy is
What he's
real.
trying
He
to
has
make, I
these
think.
fixed talking points that he can never deviate from ever. Bro, this guy might be an actual regard. Hassan tries nonstop to get Asmon
Might
banned.
be.
I just don't believe
Might
that
be.
he's never said that, hey, I want this guy banned, or this guy should, how is this guy allowed to be here or something. I mean, they take it a step further. They want these
Yeah,
people
he's definitely done the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like, how is this guy not banned?
killed. Dude would have nothing to talk about without his imaginary sides with Asmon. Midlife crisis coming in nicely. Dude, I just know that this is culminating in something really weird. Like, we're gonna find out one day. Somebody's gonna like leak a picture from his house where he literally has like a room where he dedicatedly jacks off the Asmongold. I wouldn't even be surprised. Legitimately, I would believe that. Moving on
He
to
might have a jizz corner, you never know.
iDubbbz. He is continuing to humiliate and embarrass
This is my
himself.
jizz wall.
Here's him once again responding to haters, calling them incels again, his go-to insult now. iDubbbz responds to those hating on his tattoos and gold tooth, says it's mostly incels who haven't discovered self-expression.
The tattoos
Bro, if that's your self-expression, I feel bad for you.
and the gold tooth attract a lot of hate from basically, I need to come up with another word to describe it because I hate to necessarily lump them all together, but I essentially just want to say the incel community, because there's something about it, incel, that I feel like properly describes a group of people that have not discovered self-expression, and they're like nervous about being like too
They haven't discovered self-expression or empathy.
performative and being like, I don't know, being themselves. Hit me up to fix your bit rate. I might do that. But those are the ones that seem to be like hella attracted to the idea of like my tattoos being the worst thing ever or my gold tooth being a problem. Everyone else just, it's a cool little accoutrement that, 99% of the time isn't even worth talking about. They hate it because you look cool. Well, I think it does go a little bit deeper than that. I just think they haven't I would venture to guess that a lot of these people who hate on tattoos or whatever, they literally haven't gotten to the point where they can do different self-expression with their clothes, let alone their
Well, okay, I like tattoos, but I'm gonna admit right now that your tattoos are complete shit.
skin.
Yeah, not discovered self-expression. I mean, I don't even know what he's on about.
Like, why would you even bring stuff like that up? Why would you even bring up your insecurities like that? Because you know people are gonna use that against you. Like, don't talk about your insecurities, you fucking idiot.
I don't know why he's responding to people criticizing his tattoos,
Yeah,
and not
it's just gonna get worse.
actual criticisms that people are asking for, actual like problems. People are criticizing you because you're a bad person, dude. You try to take money from charity, you backstab your best friend, you justified a CPS call on his kids. Now you got the consequences. You lost 90% of your audience. You've ruined your
90.
career. You've ruined your life. You're a loser, dude. That's why people are shitting on you. Also, I just find it funny. This guy calling people incels is genuinely just rich. iDubbbz, you have an OnlyFans fucking girlfriend. That is like
Right.
10 stages below incel. Holy shit. You have zero self-respect.
embarrassing,
You let
man.
the first woman who ever showed you attention ruin your life completely. You
Dude,
adopt
I know so many dudes who do this too, and it's so sad to watch it because they just can't let go, and they just completely ruin their life, and they know it. They know it. You'll talk to them behind the scenes, and they'll be like, "Man, I know, man. I'm gonna leave her someday. Someday I'm gonna leave her," and then they never do, and their life just gets more shit and more shit until their girlfriend cheats on them for the third time.
Did all of her views and became a complete, and I mean complete, lobotomized reject, all right? And that is possibly the most incel story that I've ever heard in my life. So when he says this shit, he's pulling a Hasan and literally just projecting. At this point, if you unironically use the word incel, you just lose all credibility.
Yep.
Nobody will take you seriously.
Yeah, if you use all the words, man. You just add that to the list. Misogynist, racist, incel, all those. Transphobe, yeah, all of them. Homophobe. Put them all on the list. They don't mean anything anymore. Nazi, yeah, all of them.
The same as calling someone a Nazi.
Yep.
These words lost all meaning and just ended up as someone I don't like.
Yep.
There's obviously right ways to use a word, but these people have driven it into the ground. Like people like Hasan calling everybody Nazis when they are the ones closest to being anti-Semitic is just rich. And people like Casey Tron calling everybody.
Yeah, people who are committing crimes in the streets that call the cops Nazis, I see it all the time. And it's just like, man, you're the one who committed the crime. What the fuck are you talking about?
Incels when, you know, I don't want to bring up her, you know, her lovely boyfriend, but come on, man. I
think he's fake.
Succubi, and we got the Wojak iDubbbz, the legendary Wojak here. Incel, racist, Islamophobia, transphobia, Zionist. This guy's a walking buzzword. Don't forget genocide. Now, remember last time how we talked about how iDubbbz stopped listening to Radiohead because apparently they're like Zionist?
Yeah, he traded Radiohead for 3 days of grace.
Or something. Even though I think the Tom York guy or whatever, he put out a sort of like reasonable post and everybody sort of turned on him. Not too sure, maybe.
Yeah, it was too close to Ethan Klein's take, and they don't like Ethan Klein, so they automatically don't like Radiohead. And that's just so stupid because they're not going to give up OnlyFans. OnlyFans the CEO gave millions to Israel. I think it was millions. It was a significant amount.
The other members is something, whatever. It was basically a virtue signal by iDubbbz. So he's continuing down that path. Here he's talking about skipping songs again because Anissa told him to, that, you know, it's like Zionist or whatever.
Wait a minute. We gotta skip fucking Disturbed. Thank you very much. Why you skip Disturbed? It's because the fucking I think the main guy of Disturbed or whatever is like some crazy Israel Zionist like supporter, and I just can't fuck with it. Now that I know it, it just like kind of ruins the song for me.
Oh my god. Thank you, iDubbbz. You have single-handedly freed Palestine.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna be offended by every little thing that you don't like that people around you tell you you're supposed to not like, you're gonna be listening to just noises. You're gonna be listening to fart noises.
Congratulations! Can we get a round of applause for iDubbbz? I mean, how brave. This privileged man decided to put aside his privilege, you know, and decided to stop listening to a song. And, you know, if we just do the maths, this one listen has subtracted 0.0001 cents from these artists' income, therefore resulting exactly one less molecule of a bomb dropping on Gaza, right? So iDubbbz has solved the conflict solely himself. I think we should erect a monument, a statue in honor of iDubbbz, guys. Truly a peacemaker. Give him the Nobel Prize, actually. Right, so if he couldn't get worse, here he is talking about his old documentary videos, and he disavows that content too. So this was like his new content after disavowing the content cops, right? He was like, content cops are so toxic, guys. I need to switch up my content. So he went to this content. And now he's saying that stuff is bad too. Apparently Anissa has been in his ear, guilt-tripping him about every single aspect of his entire life.
That's what I'm saying, man. If you find offense in every little thing you do, you're going to end up doing nothing. It's just going to be fart noises. And eventually you're going to think that's offensive, and then you're just going to be sitting in a void until you think the quiet is offensive, and then I don't know what the fuck you're going to do then. I guess just go completely insane.
This guy can't even listen to music, dude, without her being like, you're so bad, you're listening to Zionist music right now.
Can't even mention the name of the guy who's in one of your most popular documentaries, though. Yeah, I mean, it's rough. I'm getting a little bit more loose with it, though. I don't know, enough time has passed for me where I'm like, all right, like, clearly the harassment from that end of the internet is slowing down, so, like, I don't know, Sam Hyde-related stuff it's whatever. Like, it doesn't help, obviously. It's pretty minimal in the grand scheme of things. Oh, they meant...
Really? It's minimal? That's what started this whole downfall. Is because you got absolutely decimated, eviscerated by the Candyman.
Fatty, not Sam Hyde. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I meant Fatty, lol. But yeah, I mean, even making documentaries about particular people, it has raised like some ethical questions where like no one fucking cared about it at the time. Some people thought like especially with time and seeing more exploitative behavior, you know, maybe it was better that Fatty never had a video made about him, right? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
and
no.
Additionally, like in making some of those videos, it just attracts a certain type of person where they're like, I'm going to list off a bunch of people I consider lol cows or people who are mentally like disabled, and I'm going to tell you to make fucking documentaries about them. And then
It's funny he brings up lol cows who are mentally disabled because
in that case, like, I'm not fucking doing that. You seeing that happen right now with World of T-shirts. There's a lot of people who think they're like doing it responsibly or respectfully, and it's just hell. It's just like, what the fuck is any of this shit?
Bro, what is going on? Anissa legitimately convinced him his entire being as a person is bad. And fellas, and even fellettes, all right? Never, just listen up, all right? Never let your partner actually change you this much. Never let them convince you.
Bro, iDubbbz actually comes off as a fish tank contestant. He totally could go on fish tank. I think he should. That's how I think he could make up with Sam Hyde and that whole audience. Go on fish tank. Be one of the contestants. You'd fit perfectly. You'd fit nicely. You and Anissa. Maybe you two be the only contestants.
That you are so bad
Be
as a
absolute
person,
cinema.
like everything you do, everything the way you act, everything you believe is bad, and you must agree to their way of life, everything they do. Obviously, if there's legitimate criticism taken into account or whatever, but this is legitimately tragic. He cannot be proud of a single thing he's ever done in his entire life. He just feels guilty about all of it because of
White
Anissa.
guilt?
And it's just so unhealthy, man. Dude, I know people have been saying this for a while, but you gotta have some backbone, man. You gotta stand up for yourself. Like, you think that people don't shit talk me or any other creator? Like, you take the criticism, you learn from it, and then you discard all the
I think we should take Jellywig's nickname and attach it to iDubbbz also. We'll call him Jelly Dubs.
bullshit, all right? Like, you know, I've been making a lot of videos on Hasan and the Orbiters, and I get a bunch of dumbass comments. Occasionally, one
Dude,
will make a
tell
good
me
point, and
about
then
it.
I'll listen to that. But
Like,
then
all of my comments every time I bring up Hasan are terrible. It's bad, man.
everything else, I know
Like,
they're
comment,
brain dead. I
subscribe.
know they're lost. I know they're in a cult. I'm not going to take it seriously, right? And it was my opinion that some of your content in the past was actually good before. It was actually logical. You made some good points. You don't need to feel so bad about every single thing, you know.
I thought that the Airsoft Fatty documentary that he did was a good thing for that guy. It really gave him like a big presence on the internet. And now he's working with Sam Hyde, and he's never been better.
Maybe you did some bad shit. You said some slurs. That shit was bad. Whatever. But there's a lot of like
I don't
good
even
shit to
give a
your
shit.
content as well. You're legitimately.
The fact that he said the slurs and now he's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I have empathy now. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I liked you better when you were saying slurs.
You know, fighting against like evil people and shit like that. So like
Maybe
it's
I'm the
an
problem.
honorable thing to
I don't
do.
fucking
But now
know.
you're like, oh, I was such a bad person, and now you're arguably a worse person now. Holy shit, man. Right, so Tectone responded. Tectone expresses his disappointment in how iDubbbz turned out. There's a point back in OnlyFans where he's a chill guy.
This guy talks like how an unenthusiastic handjob feels.
Careful, bro. Yeah. Nah, there's nothing to be careful about now. I'm like, I feel very free to speak my truth. Yeah, I agree, Bri.
Do you want to know why this shit makes me so mad? Because there was a point in time back in OnlyFans season 1 where I was like, dude, iDubbbz is the fucking man. Such a chill guy. So down to earth.
Now he does like the opposite thing where, you know how Valley Girls, they'll have this thing where they just can't help but at the end of all of their sentences or after every pause, they go up like that. He goes down. He does the opposite. He it's so fucking annoying, man. It's bad.
Loved meeting him in real life. Loved playing games with him. This guy was the fucking man. He was one of my favorite content creators of all time. And to see that this is what he became. I mean, this guy inspired me to do content. Like my breakdowns on people's entire character was inspired by iDubbbz. And it's so lame. Like to see what one woman's pussy and Hasan can do to a motherfucker.
Right, dude, I've seen it happen IRL to people though. So, you know, I get it. I get it. I know how it happens. Men are lonely. They're afraid of that loneliness, and they will destroy their entire reality in order to keep a succubus.
Insane to me. And if he just would have remained true to himself, he wouldn't have ended up this.
She was a siren out on the rocks, and he was a sailor, and he ran into the rocks, fell for the siren's song, and she drug him down in the deep depths.
Husk of a man he is today, and probably would have way more viewers and wouldn't having to be making content that he hates for money. It's just, it's pathetic.
Dude, can you imagine if iDubbbz was still around these days, like the original non-corrupted iDubbbz? Holy shit, man. It would be such cinema. It would be like a nightmare for Hasan and his goon squad to deal with. But instead, we get this version, like the literal Darth Vader version, who is not even, you know, competent at all, but, you know, the figuratively switching sides thing. And Tectone is right. This guy is such a disappointment. Like, iDubbbz calling people incels when the first woman he met literally destroyed, like, took over his life and destroyed him, dude. That's why I always say that it's really important to have a strong sense of self-belief and morality, right? Like, personally, I fully believe in what I do. You know, my central and core values cannot be changed no matter who I meet, whatever I go through. Of course, I can grow as a person, you know, develop other interests and like other things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna completely flip on what I believed 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was an adult still. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't believe now that I believed back then, but I'm not completely flipping on who I used to be. Like, I'm still mostly the same person. I just got rid of all the bad shit that I do.
Probably won't be doing commentary my entire life or whatever, but my core will never change, right?
Yeah.
I will always try to stay humble, you know, stay grounded, stay reasonable, and, you know, operate on general common sense.
Stay sexy, stay active.
I feel like one of the things I pride myself on is not letting any sort of degeneracy in my life and, you know, actively trying to fight against it.
There's a thing that I've done since I was a very young teenager. I think I was about 14, 15 when I started my first YouTube channel, that I would never do anything that would actually get me thrown off of the internet, where people would be so pissed off at me that I wouldn't be able to exist. And then I never did. All of the bad shit that I've done in my life, I could say it out there playing on the internet and nobody will bat an eye, because I've never actually done any bad shit. Like, well, I guess one time I broke into a hair salon and stole some quarters and a pair of sunglasses, but that is like the worst shit that I've done.
People find that sort of cringe nowadays or whatever. And yeah, but our generation is so fucked. I don't really take their opinion too seriously now. Everybody growing up these days, they're growing up on fucking TikTok and YouTube shorts and shit. They have no sense of morality. So, you know, that's why I'm, you know, proud of this channel and, you know, proud of the videos I make as well. So I can at least try to instill some sense of common sense and morality in the generation or whoever's watching, I suppose. iDubbbz is basically Macbeth, just like a downward spiral of his own choices. I feel bad but can because he picked his timeline. Just like with Tectone, I consider him a major inspiration for me. Anissa, antidepressants, and therapy nuked his personality. The blank brown wall behind iDubbbz is somehow so indicative of his personality and what his once lively and colorful commentary has been turned into. Most depressing mix of beige and brown I've ever seen. We gotta move on to the Wine About It podcast.
Weird,
this is a podcast with Ludwig's girlfriend QT.
Oh, no.
And she actually asked Hasan some interesting questions here.
Explain to us why you're the most hated man on the internet.
Why? And is it deserved?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
It's deserved. I don't know. It's because I'm lame and think that you shouldn't bully people like women. I should be able to do that, but other people shouldn't be able to. Gay people, trans people, marginalized populations, and there's a lot of people out there that are like, no, you just don't understand edgy humor unless you make fun of Israel or the police or the military or America or Christianity, in which case I will cry. And those guys will get like, they get all up in their feelings.
Right.
But that's it. I mean, I'm a bully to other bullies.
Okay. So all of your pro-terrorism and your crash outs, it's just all jokes? Okay. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? And these bitches are eating it up.
I think that's part of the reason why people get very upset. Well, it's not just that I love the internet. Like I love politics. Like I wouldn't be able to do this if I was just in it for the grift. Or if I was in it for the grift, I would probably do like whatever Asmongold is doing. Be like, yeah, based, Trump, content president. Yeah.
Bro, every single time, this guy has to bring up Asmongold. Oh my god, he legitimately has a mansion in your head, dude. Let it go. You're on a podcast with your friends. He is nowhere to be seen. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah, I wonder what those two women have to say about Hasan and his haters. I wonder what they got to say. They probably don't say anything, and they probably just like, okay. Well, what you say about yourself and why everybody hates you, it must be true. No, there's no way that you misunderstand everything and you're actually a fucking idiot.
He's not under your bed. Stop it. Oh my god. And I just find it hilarious how he's just openly lying to them. He's like, yeah, the main reason people hate me is, I just care about minorities, guys. I care about LGBT and all these homophobic transphobes all hate me. Like, Mr. Hezbollah is my favorite flag. Legit, Mr. Iranian women are not oppressed is like, well, actually, I care about minorities. I care about women. I'm the male feminist that really cares about LGBT guys, supports terrorists who literally kill them for existing.
And don't forget, Asmongold is bad.
Can you, for once in your life, stop pretending you don't know why people criticize you? You don't know why people hate you? And I just find it very...
Yeah, he's projecting. Actually, he's the one who actually is grifting.
Hard to believe that your friends here are so uninformed, right? They're like, I've only been friends with Hasan for several years and collaborated with him on several things, and I keep up with everything in the online space, but I don't even know what Hasan does. Does he do politics content? I don't know. Maybe he's a gaming streamer, guys. Like, come on, this is gross negligence at this point. You work with him for ages. You should know the basic essence of his content, and you certainly know that why people hate him. You've seen the viral clips everywhere, and
yeah, they know why. They're just too retarded to understand it.
Just to illustrate how delusional this is, QT talks about how Hasan never talks shit to anybody.
You don't talk shit very often.
Very often.
I'm not asking you to talk shit.
You know what's interesting
Talk
though?
shit, top 10.
But everybody also, everyone's always like, oh, you're always in
He talks shit every single day. What the fuck is this bitch talking about?
drama, but like, I'm not the one who's making it.
He literally just talked shit about Asmongold. Like, what are we doing here?
Interesting. I will say, I don't participate much in Hasan's realm. I don't know what's going on. People are always yelling at him. I always make the jokes.
You don't know what's going on, yet you say that he never talks shit about anybody. If you don't know what's going on, how the fuck do you know that? She's just saying bullshit.
I don't usually know why, nor do I find interest in it, because I feel like I just know Hasan, so I'm like, he's not a bad person to me, and that's all that matters to me.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly. It's so fucking ridiculous, man. Dude. And every time. I'm correct every time. Ludwig doesn't know what Hasan's views are. He has no idea. He just knows what Hasan is like when he's sitting on a couch in the same room as him, which is conversational and fun. Like, what? What?
Logic right there. So that's basically like saying, yeah, my friend might be a PDF file, but I know them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I know them, and I've never seen them doing anything, but everybody says it. Well, I don't know. I've never seen it. Some people say they have evidence. Some people say they have proof. Apparently, they've showed the proof, and a lot of people believe it, but I've never seen it. Don't try and show it to me. I don't want to see no bad stuff with children. Don't show it to me. Oh, but I've never seen it, so Hasan didn't do it. It's so fucking obvious what's going on.
Person, we've hung out for several years. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore everything that happens because we're good friends or whatever. Like, you can't just overlook something as serious as fucking terrorist support. All right, this is purposefully ignorant, and I feel like there's zero chance that you don't know what he actually does on stream or his actual radical views. And this is basically an excuse.
No, I think they actually don't know what it entails. I think that they know that people call him a terrorist. I don't think they know why, because they don't pay attention, because they don't care. They just hang out with them IRL, and that's all that they care about.
Just to avoid any criticism, right? Also, what the f was that? Saying that Hasan doesn't start shit? Are you kidding me? He's the one who starts all the shit.
Yeah, she says he doesn't start shit, and then also says that she has no idea, because she's fucking retarded.
routinely slanders everybody, lies about everybody, you know, brings up people's names in unrelated conversation. Right now, he just brought up Asmongold. All right, he's taking shots at everybody.
Well, she didn't notice. She didn't notice that he was talking shit because she's fucking stupid.
Every single time he goes after Asmon, after SUC, after Tectone, after all these people, and then they are forced to respond back to him, right? After he says just unhinged lies and slander about them. And then after that, he gets mad when people respond to him. It's actually crazy. Moving on to the Tectone Twitch ban and Hasan crashing out over him. Tectone got banned on Twitch again because he said the F slur. Just to clarify, he did not say it to a gay person, and he said he did not mean it in a hateful way. He just sort of ripped it, I suppose, like a swear. Regardless, I personally don't think he should be doing that shit. Just not.
He was saying that he doesn't mind people calling me the F slur, like referring to himself, people calling him the F slur, which I think is based. I don't care what you say, MorePegasus. I think we need to bring it back.
Good look, obviously. But anyways, instead of taking the free dump against Tectone,
it's all words. It's just words, and they're not violent words, so I don't give a fuck.
He got banned for doing something bad. Hasan again tries to create a conspiracy theory. So this guy cannot take free wins, bro. Somehow he was responding to Destiny and made it about himself as well. Like, I don't understand this guy. Hasan thinks Tectone tried to get banned on purpose out of embarrassment of being caught botting.
What? The 2 days where bots weren't like working.
He didn't watch Tectone's videos about the botting, about the bots.
There was a noticeable decline in average viewers. Where he was unable to...
Bro, there was a noticeable decline in everybody's average viewers. What the fuck are you talking about? People that have been bringing this up are so dishonest, so disingenuous. That's why Asmongold made that video about view botting. Because he knows it's bullshit, that it's happening to everybody.
Crack 30K. Tectone also said bring back the F slur. Yeah, I think he's trying to actively get banned from Twitch so that he doesn't have to like live with the embarrassment of everybody knowing that he's just like a fucking rapacious botter. By the way, one of the most interesting...
I don't think that Tectone's botting. Like, yet another count of defamation right there. Yet another. No shot Tectone is botting. He's not botting on purpose.
Aspects of this conversation, of course, and this is something that I'm going to keep repeating over and over again, is that, oh, he's been banned already? Yeah, there you go. So now he can be like, oh, I can't go live on Twitch because I got banned because I was being too based, and not because
it's true though,
you know, you were actively aching for a ban so that you could get out of streaming on Twitch with the fucking bots.
Yeah, so that's just not true. First off,
yeah, it's such a fucking lie. And by the way, just another count of defamation. Another drop in the bucket for Tectone.
Lied about his viewership before, saying he was at like 1K viewers and he lost like 4K in bots. That's just not true. And now he's cooking up some random theory here. Why the fuck would he care about his Twitch stream? That's not it. Like, he doesn't have any income on there. He multi-streams on YouTube and Kick. YouTube is obviously his main income. I mean, why can't you just say, hey guys, saying the F slur is bad, he deserves to get banned, all right? And, you know, don't listen to this guy, whatever you want to add on there, right? But instead, you're adding on this conspiracy theory. Well, he's been exposed as a botter.
Yeah, he's trying to pit his audience completely against him. He wants people to start crashing out on him. He wants the internet to be against him. He wants his audience to be against him, which they already are, but he wants them to be violently against him. He wants something bad to happen to Tectone. I bet he was laughing about that swatting incident that happened.
And he's trying to get banned on purpose or something.
It's like, so fucking retarded.
You just can't take a simple W and move on. You gotta invent a bunch of lies. Like,
this isn't even a W for Hasan. This is actually a W for Tectone.
Anyways, Tectone responds.
Hey, Twitch staff, I want to let you know, if you want to ban me, can you ban me on my day off like you did Hasan?
Yeah, so make sure, this was right before he got banned.
Ban me on Sundays. That's my preferred day off. Thank you. Yeah, please, just give me on my day off. Yeah, oh, and by the way, if you're going to...
They're definitely cackling and laughing at Tectone behind the scenes because they know they're about to ban him. And he's talking about how Hasan didn't get banned. And they're just like, haha, yeah, that's right, bitch. We're not going to ban Hasan. We're going to ban you. I know exactly that's what's going on behind the scenes. Like, they love this.
Ban me for what I just said. Make sure you also ban Denims and Hasan and Frogan for what they said. Because I promise you, if you ban me again for me saying that and you don't ban all of them, it's just like not going to be a good look for you. Like, I'm just being dead ass.
Yeah, this became a bigger deal to people than the Twitch botting thing. Like, I saw more posts about Tectone getting banned than people talking about view bots.
Like, what's important here is that you properly enforce your TOS and make sure you apply that universally rather than ban me for another fucking month, right? It's never a good look. So I'm glad that you're here so you can hear that, right? Just make sure you do that across the board, because you never banned Hasan for calling people rapists and pedophiles, which, by the way, Hasan called me a rapist again 3 days ago. So if you want to ban me, you can, but just understand, like, it's just going to make y'all look like hypocrites again. If you ever want to have a conversation with me, you can always DM me as well. All right, great.
Okay, so he's not fighting the ban or anything. He knows he deserves it or whatever. And he still does have a point. You know, slur is bad, but nowhere as bad as what Hasan and the crew did. So, you know, Twitch being hypocrites as usual. And then he clarifies that he actually loves gay people and wishes he was gay?
Now, I've been ban-free for another month. This is my monthly ban. And I will be back in 7 days. Maybe they'll allow my appeal. Who knows? Do I care? No, not really. But never put someone down just because they're gay. That's insane. I hate to sound like too political, like a politician. I fucking love gay people. I think they're hilarious. When I was a kid, I used to wish I was gay. Because life's easier. Then I don't have to deal with women.
That's not true.
If I didn't have to deal with women, my life would be...
Yeah, that's not true. He's making a joke.
Way easier right now.
He probably thought that when he was a kid as a joke too, but it was also kind of serious. It's like, man, if I was gay, things would be so much easier, which is probably true. But like, I don't know, man. I just can't.
Knowers no. Kissed, not made out. I have gently kissed another man, my best friend, on a dare because 8 women begged me to do it, and then I one of them after. So it's not gay. It cancels each other out. I tried being gay. It didn't work. It didn't work. But man, my life would be so easy right now. I mean, gee, oh my God, bro. I wish I was gay. Holy fuck.
Ah, yes, of course. Tech, I kissed a man, but I'm not gay. Tone. Tone, I kissed a man, but I'm not gay. Dude, why you say this shit online? These streamers, bro,
it's funny.
I can't. I swear, like, streaming just brings out, like, a different
I wouldn't have said nothing like that.
Side of you. Like, you're just online all the time, and you sort of need to fill the air with words or something and say the dumbest shit. Technically, Tectone doesn't even have that excuse. He streams for, like, 4 hours, so maybe just fucking dumb as shit, but, yeah, I don't know. It's a funny story, I suppose.
No, he's a massive retard. He's just not an evil retard. He's not a massive retard the same way that Hasan and all of his gaggle of retards are. They're a whole different level.
Because obviously, I don't think he hates gay people or anything like that. That's a ridiculous conclusion. He just sort of said a bad word, and he got the consequences.
I'm actually afraid of them. If I see them out on the street, I audibly scream. Makes people very uncomfortable.
Of it. He's paying the price here. He's getting banned on Twitch, you know? Heavy price here, guys. Now click this video or you gotta play WoW with iDubbbz for 10 hours straight, alright?
I don't even want to play WoW for any amount of time with anybody. Not even by myself. Fuck that game. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications.